Hey guys, today on the podcast we got Jeff Horn. He's a professional Australian boxer who's in the welterweight category of boxing. He's won the WBO welterweight title from 2017 to 18. As an amateur, Horn represented Australia at the Olympics. We're talking about his journey in this podcast. Thanks guys, hope you enjoy.
What did you want to be when you were growing up?
Oh, look, I wanted to be a soccer player or football player, I should say, when I was younger. But yeah, that I didn't quite cut it in the football department.
Yeah.
I also wanted to do rugby league at one stage. I got into rugby league towards the end of high school, but then I was thinking, I'm probably not big enough for this. I'm running into a lot of big guys around that age of 16, 17.
Yeah. How would your oldest friend describe you?
I don't know, a bit silly, a bit nerdy. Hopefully you'll say funny. I don't know. I think that's about it.
Yeah. What are you most proud of in your life so far?
I'd have to say my kids, for sure. My two little girls, having a good relationship with my wife, Jo. And, yeah, they're probably the things I'm most proud of. But probably second to that would be my career in boxing and winning the world title.
Yeah. How do you handle hard times?
Well, it's been pretty hard now. I just try and not think about it too much and think about the good things, keep life simple. But that's about it. I'm not a big stressor. I don't think about things overly too much and just try and live a nice, relaxed lifestyle.
Yeah. What's it like stepping into the ring?
Oh, stepping into the ring, it's definitely a eye opener. The first time I did it, I should say, very, very worried. I was scared, and I didn't want to lose. And I think that's probably what made me probably better than my opponent was, because I ended up beating him pretty comfortably my first fight, and then a few fights after that. It's because of fear. I guess everyone's afraid, but I was extremely afraid when I first started, and I guess that's what made me get good at it.
Yeah. Why'd you pick boxing in the end?
That's probably why, because I just found I had a natural talent for it. I knew I was I didn't know I was good, but until I started fighting, I knew I had what it took to fight someone, and I picked it up pretty quickly. I went to the state title level in my third fight, I think third fight or fourth fight, and I was very quickly at the national level in the amateurs, and I guess I was pretty late in my career. I hadn't started when I was a kid. I was over 18 years old, so but I picked it up very quickly from there.
Yeah. What was it like competing at the Olympics?
The Olympics was absolutely amazing. That experience of doing the whole entrance at the stadium, the opening ceremony and the closing ceremonies, they were absolutely amazing. Being in the crowd with all the Aussies and doing the chant of Aussie, 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 oi, 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 just gives me goosebumps still now, and thinking about walking through with all those people, and it was a very proud moment.
Yeah. What was it like winning the title for the boxing?
Look, it was an amazing experience. It was what I was working for my whole career. I can't remember how long it was. So 18, what age did I get that world title? It was probably like 25, 26. So it was a good nearly 10 years of hard work to get to that point. And when I heard world champion, I was pretty ecstatic and just relieved of all that hard work paying off in the end. And it's what I dreamt of since I was younger, being world champion, but I didn't think it was going to be in boxing.
Yeah. Where's your favourite place to fight?
My favourite place to fight would have to be Suncorp Stadium. I love fighting there. It's a big stadium, usually massive crowds every time I've been there, and everyone's so accommodating and nice to me around there. So I guess out of everywhere that I fought, not that anywhere's been really bad, but Suncorp Stadium, I've had my biggest fights and my biggest wins, and I've just felt the best there.
Yeah. What was your path to professional boxing?
My path, well, it was the amateurs. I did about, 4 years, or I think, to leading into the London Olympics. As an amateur, I went overseas a fair bit. I was away a lot, which was hard. On the relationship with my wife now, Jo. So yeah, that was 4 hard years of amateurs, logging it out with Australian champions and overseas champions as well, even world champions in the amateurs. So it was a hard slog getting into the professional ranks.
Yeah. Sorry. What's your favourite fight you've ever done?
I'd have to say, oh gosh, it would probably be a quick one, really, if you would say favourite one. My Sam Columban knockout, where I got him in I think it was 78 seconds, that one. It was a nice fight because it was pretty much a very quick and over one, and I didn't get really punched or hurt in it. So I guess that's probably, I'd say that would be probably one of my favourites. But probably my biggest and favourite upset would be against Manny Pacquiao. Definitely.
Yeah.
But it was a hard.
Yeah. When you're walking out to Suncorp Stadium to fight, what are you thinking? Like, don't get hit, just win, or?
Look, you basically go into like a gladiator mode where you're thinking of just like, it's kind of like a kill or be killed kind of moment where you think you've, like I always say, I've done all the work. I can't have worked any harder than what I did. I know I did the right things. I wasn't. That's pretty much what I was thinking going out, and that I was big enough and strong enough and had the skills over the years to beat someone like Pacquiao. So they're the things that was going through my head, just constantly building myself up mentally for who I had to face.
Yeah. What are your goals for the next couple of years?
Oh, to get in as many fights as possible, I guess. As many big fights. I guess I could get a heap of little fights in, but I want the fights to actually mean something. So over the next couple of years, I guess just keep winning in my fights and stay undefeated from now if I can. My next fight's against Tim Tszyu, so it's not going to be an easy one, but hopefully I have a few more after that and able to hang up the gloves.
Yeah. When are you fighting Tim Tszyu?
That's a very good question. I don't think we have a date set for it yet. It was meant to be like about April 20 sometime, but that got stopped because of COVID-19, and now I've got to wait till later in the year. Like, I'm sure this year we'll be able to get the fight done. It's whether we are able to fight in a stadium with a full crowd, some crowd, or possibly have to change destination. I don't know what's going to happen there.
Okay. What was it like fighting Anthony Mundine?
Look, he was quite nice behind the scenes, or I didn't really have too much to do with him. But as soon as you put a camera in front of his face, he was a changed man. He was very, very cocky and would speak down to you, and it was kind of frustrating leading into the fight. That because I'm not a big talker, and as soon as we get in there, I was like, I'm gonna give it to him as much as I can, and it's exactly what I did, and I got him out of there pretty quickly.
Yeah. How are you keeping yourself busy and fit during this time?
At the moment, there's not too much I can really do. I've been working out outside my place, doing some boxing. I've got one of my trainers. He goes on Zoom like this, and I watch him, and he says what to do, and I just follow his instructions. That's one thing that I do. I've got an Airdyne bike where I get on, and my personal trainer has set me targets where to hit on certain days. So I've got to do a nice hard program on the bike and going for walks in the afternoon with Joe and the kids. Other than that, that's probably about it.
Yeah. How many trainers do you have going at the moment?
I have Glenn Rushton, I have Tyrone Tongia, and Chris Muckett. He's my strength and conditioning guy.
Yeah. Whoa.
So 3.
Yeah. Which one does the? Sorry, I mean, which one's the boxing one and that sort of stuff?
Oh, I have 2. I have Glenn, who I've been with since day one, and he's taught me that broken rhythm pressure fighting style. And I've also got Tyrone Tongia. He's on board just to kind of sharpen some skills and where I feel like I'm slightly weak at in some areas, and just to kind of fix me up just a little bit.
Yeah. What's the best word that can describe you right now?
Best word?
Yeah.
Oh, I would say hungry, but I mean that for a fight, not actually hungry right now to eat. I'm probably itching to fight. That's probably so probably itchy. I'd say getting itchy for a few things. Getting itchy to fight, getting itchy to go out and do things. Even though now the restrictions are kind of lifted, I can do a bit more.
Yeah. What advice would you give a 12-year-old today?
Look, just do your best in everything. Listen to your parents. They always want the best for you. I guess just do your best
Yeah.
in whatever you want to do.
Yeah. Thanks for coming on today, Jeff.
That's all right. Not a problem.
So that was Jeff on the podcast today. Really hope you guys enjoyed the limited time we had. Really hope you guys enjoyed the podcast. Don't forget to go subscribe to my YouTube channel. Don't forget to go subscribe to my Apple podcast and go follow me on Instagram. Thanks, guys.